Hello and welcome to Washington Live. I'm your host, Greta Clemens, and I am joined in the studio today with Alex, our producer. How has your week been?
It's been good. It's been good.
Good.
Month of Morning Breath, the new show.
Yeah. This has been going really well. It's a ton of fun.
Yeah.
So check it out on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Am I right?
Yeah,
It's such a long name.
Yeah, you're right.
So check it out, and it's obviously on this page. So if you get a chance, that airs at 7:15 every single morning. So that's been a fun addition. Also joined today with Greg and Lori Wiley, which we will be talking with in a little bit. But before we get started, we have some upcoming events for the weekend. So Friday, there is another legislative briefing at St. James Elementary on March 8th from 11:30 to 2. Saturday is the writer's workshop at the public library from 10 to 12. There'll be a presentation on craft with a visiting writer, Virginia, I'm going to say this wrong, probably, Kovach. And then next Tuesday, Kathleen Almeline, who I had the pleasure of interviewing a few weeks ago, will be showing her Norway by Land, an armchair adventure, at the public library from 2 to 3, and that's on March 12th. If you want any more information on that, you can go back to a couple shows before, and she talked a little bit more in detail about that. So those are some fun things upcoming. But really exciting to have Greg and Lori here, as next Friday and Saturday is Charlotte's Web at the Washington Community Theater, so March 15th and 16th at 7:30 p.m. They are part of a group called the Harp Players Theater Group. No, they are not going to be playing the harp to Charlotte's Web.
You don't want us to play the harp.
We will not do that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brandy Glaspie. Thank you for helping me out when I asked her, what is Charlotte's Web Harp Players? And realized it's a theater group and not actual harp players. So thank you guys for joining us today.
We're glad to be here. Thank you very much.
So why don't we start out, for those who don't know what Harp Players is, and don't make the mistake like I did. What is the Harp Players? And
Well, we're a theater group that's been around for 20-some years now. We started in 1999, and what we do is we present one show, usually one show a year, out at the community theater, and our proceeds from that play go to a local charity, one that we think we can make a difference with. And this year, our charity is Pause and More. They've got a lot going on. Mm-hmm. So our portion of the proceeds that we get from this show will go directly to Pause and More, and hopefully make a great difference in our community.
Awesome. So what does the Harp Players consist of? Is it certain people? Is anyone can join it? Or
We started off as just a group of friends that had done quite a few shows, but based on various things in our life, having kids and that type of thing, we weren't able to really do the traditional the traditional process of rehearsing. Mm-hmm. So we all decided, we really would like to do a show, but it might require, starting at 9 or 10 at night and rehearse in a basement because our kids were sleeping upstairs or that type of thing. Yeah. And we just kind of chose shows that would fit the members. And we also really wanted to do a show and have it benefit charity as well. So that's how we started, and we were kind of solo for the first year, but then we started working in conjunction with the community theater. And so when we do a show, it is a collaboration. Mm-hmm. And like Greg said, our proceeds go to the charity. So it's been a really rewarding experience. We do have kind of a core group of people, but we reach out and solicit a lot of other people in the community to be part of our productions based on the size. It varies every year.
Sure. I know some of the productions are huge, so I'm sure you have to reach out, but they're always so amazing. I'm always very impressed by
thank you.
The theater in Washington. I'm not an actress myself, but it's so fun to watch people I know and how talented this area is.
A lot of great things going on at the theater always, and we thoroughly enjoy ourselves when we do a production, so it's great.
And it's been really neat. Through the years, we've gotten to know the different people in the different charitable organizations. Sure. And you find out that there's a real need for all different things in Washington. You think we've got everything just fine, but really there is a need for all kinds of different things. And so it's been nice to be exposed to those things and to be made aware a little bit more of some of the needs that Washington has, which is great.
Yeah, very cool. And like you said, Pause and More, I know they're they're trying to grow and get into a
They
better
are.
location and space. So that's a perfect
Yes, it's a good time.
opportunity for you guys. And
Charlotte's,
it's animals.
yes,
Yeah.
Charlotte's Web
Charlotte's Web, it
fits
kind of
that
fit.
so well. So yeah,
Animal theme here.
yeah, we thought that was perfect.
So Charlotte's Web. So talk a little bit about the show, the upcoming show.
Well, it's based on the very well-known children's story by E.B. White, Charlotte's Web. And this is kind of a new one for us because we generally don't do shows that are really oriented to children. It's not that we haven't done shows where children could come, but this is definitely geared towards an audience of any age. But,
Yeah.
you know, children would have a really, really great time seeing this with all of the barnyard animals and coming to life. And there's just a lot of just kind of magic where, you know, through friendships some of the humans can understand the animals and those kinds of things. But it's basically, I think, a real story of friendship. And friendship among people that are characters that are quite different from one another, but come together for a common cause. And, you know, that's a good theme to have in this world. No matter what, you know?
Yeah. We need a little bit more of that, I
Yeah,
think.
I'd say
Yeah.
it's a good time for it, probably.
Yeah.
Yes,
But yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, we're having the opportunity as adults to be playing. I'm a spider and Greg's a pig.
I was going to say, do you guys get to dress up in
Yeah.
animal costumes?
Yeah, kind of. They're
Yeah.
you know, they're not going to be full on.
suits.
Yeah, no,
Full on.
they're going to be more suggestive
Yeah.
costumes. You'll know what we are.
But it's fun to have you know, the adults playing these just
Geese or sheep
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
pigs or rats or, there's all kinds of stuff going
Yeah.
on. So
and it works. And the show is full of heart, but it's also full of humor. And we've gotten the opportunity in this show to work with some people that we haven't before, and that's always great when we have a show and expand our cast a bit and get to know other people. Some that have done theater, you know, and but we haven't been working together with them in a show, so it's been great.
So you said you're the spider.
I am
You're
Charlotte.
So
She's Charlotte.
Charlotte. So.
I am
She's the
Charlotte.
spider.
Lori as a spider.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right.
And you're
I'm Wilbur the pig.
Wilbur. Okay.
Yeah.
I know it's Wilbur.
Wilbur. Yeah, Wilbur.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Very cool. So you guys have some of the main.
Well, we
lead
do,
role.
but it's an odd show because there's so many characters and they all have
Yeah.
something to say. So even though it's about Charlotte and Wilbur, it's about the other animals and about the people that own them too. So
Yeah.
everybody gets a chance to say
real,
something.
ensemble piece, and just, you know, there's, like I said, there's heart, but there's just a lot of visual humor and just fun involved in the show, and a really good message, I think, as well.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you guys will be two familiar faces that are in the show. What are some? Who are some other familiar faces that
Okay.
people might see?
Tom Dawson is in the show. Nicole and Dan Kitchen. Vern and his son Wade Miller are in it. Rita Dew is Fern. She's a high school junior.
Oh, cool.
And she's
Okay.
done a lot in high school, and we were lucky enough to have her join our cast.
Sure.
I'm going to miss somebody. I know I am. John Harris is one of the farmers, and Cindy Seberg is his wife. Ed Colby is another farmer, with Darlene Blair being his wife. Who am I going to forget here? Well, I think I've gotten most of them.
Yeah, the main ones are.
Brandy.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Brandy.
Yeah, Brandy showed me she was
Glasby,
narrator.
and-
She's a narrator,
Yeah,
Brandy
Brett
and Brett
Pearson's
Pearson. Yeah, and
Okay.
they have a
So-
big part in the show because they
Very
kind
big
of
part.
they push it along. So
Yeah.
they explain things and,
Yeah.
and push it along for us, kind of give us the human
Yeah, they
viewpoint.
weave in, their part really weaves in the actual text of Charlotte's Web, and then we play out some of the action. So they're it's kind of a chorus effect with them, and they do a great job.
So will those two be on stage, or is it kind of?
They are on
Okay.
stage.
They are on
Yeah.
stage.
Okay.
They come out and basically read text, so they stay real true to the book Charlotte's Web, and then we play out the action and so on.
But it's nice. It's kind of interesting to have them come out and do something, and then there's kind of this set apart thing what they do, and then the action takes place. It's a real neat effect, actually.
Also, Nikki McClanahan is in the show, and then
Ethan Croats.
Ethan Croats.
They're the two geese. Yeah.
Yeah, the geese and the gander,
forget
and
the
their,
geese.
their
Yeah.
parts are just
They are very
hilarious.
funny as
Yeah.
geese. They really are. Just fabulous.
Yeah. So it's actually a pretty big cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that's quite a few people, and then you have all the crew.
Yes.
Probably.
Oh, and we have quite the crew. You know, I guess we can't state enough the importance of all those people that are working tirelessly behind the scenes and day in and day out. So Dawn Schindler is the stage manager, and she, oh my gosh, what is she? She helps with pretty much everything.
You know, she builds the sets.
Construction, coordinating things, helps with costumes, with props, with, you know, all sorts of things. And her daughter, actually, Kayla, designed the poster and is doing the program this year, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So she's phenomenal. Of course, Lisa Hughes. Her costumes are
really nice.
Remarkable, yeah.
Remarkable,
Yeah,
always.
she's very talented.
And she doesn't just do costumes. I mean, she's part of so many elements of the show. So we've got such a strong backbone there with those two. It's incredible. And set building, the set's very cool. There's actual
So do you have multiple sets?
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
But we have a great big one. Our director, Mike McNerlin, who has a great big barn on his property. He has Pizza on the Farm, which he does.
Yeah.
And he had taken some barn boards down off of some of his barn. So luckily, he just brought them in, and we used them for our
Actual
set.
barn
Yeah,
board
so we
for
have
the-
the real thing. You
really
might get a sniff of the real barn, too,
might
because there's real stuff all over those barn boards
A
sometimes.
full
so-
experience,
Yes.
almost like
Yes.
4D.
You will.
You will. Yes, you will.
All your senses will
Yeah.
be ignited.
But Mike's been doing a great job. He's directing this year. This is the first one for Harp that he's directed.
And Brett Swift, of course, is
Designed the set.
Set design and works tirelessly on the construction there as well. We've got some new people this year. Brink Colby, who's Ed's. We do shows with Ed Colby all the time, and Brink has done props and done various things with shows. But she's going to do lights this year, so that's kind of exciting. And
Owen Piet's on sound, and Dean Kurtz is helping him with that.
Yeah.
And we have Dwayne Seberg. He's been backstage for a number of shows now, so he's going to be part of the
And he
backstage
works
crew.
every single night back there doing
Yeah, he's
whatever we
always
need.
doing.
It's just awesome. And of course, I taught with Cindy Seberg for
Yep.
years, and she's been part of some of our shows, whether it's on stage or off stage. And so she's back on stage this year, and it's fun.
Cool.
We just have a great great crew. Jaleesa Widener, Jan Gallagher are doing a lot with publicity. So we've got a ton of people that are all working to make this thing happen.
Yeah.
You know,
Takes a lot of hands.
It does, and the fun
Yeah.
part of this is that, and that's what we started this as, a group of friends doing something we enjoy doing, and so we've kind of spread out a bit with more people, but it's still enjoyable, and everybody seems to be having a great time doing it. So that's the most important thing, because we're not getting paid, so we might as well have some fun.
You might as well have fun.
Yeah.
Well, you can definitely tell because the shows are incredible. So.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
They are fun. They
Yeah.
really are.
our fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But that's what
We hold our breath for a while every time.
Until it happens.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Awesome. Well, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we will talk a little bit more details about the night of performance.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Welcome back to Washington Live. I'm your host, Greta Clemens. I forgot to mention it. I think I do this every time. But we are sponsored by KCTC, so thank you, Casey.
Thank you, Casey.
Thank you, Casey at KCTC. We have been talking with Greg and Lori Wiley. They are part of the Harp Players Theater Group, which is hosting the Charlotte's Web play, which is happening next weekend. Right? Yes, next weekend. So before we jump into details of the night of, or all the shows, how long have you guys been rehearsing? When did this all kick off? And
We started the 5th of February.
5th of February. So you guys do this pretty quick.
Yeah, well, it
sounds
feels
quick to me.
It sounds quick to us. We actually,
A little quick this time.
yeah, it's a little over 6 weeks, isn't that, or something? I don't know.
It'll be 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's for a non-musical show, that's pretty common. So
Okay.
we might sometimes take an extra week depending on what kind of time we had, but we had people on vacation.
Sure.
Wintertime, as you get older, people tend to go away. Although this year's been really great. We've kept some of them here because it hasn't been so cold.
Yeah, that's true. It's been
But
nice
so we had to work around some scheduling things, but otherwise, that's when we started, February 5th, and we just kind of hit the ground and kept going ever since. So,
So do you guys rehearse every night? Or-
Yes.
Yeah.
Monday through Friday. Yeah.
Monday through Friday.
For about a month and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, and lots of set construction work on the weekends, and anytime that they can grab it too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and they do work during the day sometimes, depending on what needs to get done. So out at the theater, so
So a lot of work put in.
there's a lot of hours.
There's a
They
lot
say
of
there's
hours.
an hour, at least an hour of work for every minute on stage you see.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Yeah,
Wow, that's interesting.
yeah, and I think sometimes it's 2 hours for every minute. It feels
Yeah,
like
feels
sometimes.
like it.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, I'm sure.
Awesome. Well, that's a good segue. So the show's happening next weekend. How long
Right.
is the show? And then you can kind of get into the details.
It's a shorter show because we're thinking of kids, number one.
Okay.
So you can bring some younger kids. So I think like the first act is 40 to 45 minutes. There'll be a 15-minute break, and then the second act maybe 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So it's not a long show, but we also thought about that for the kids that are
Sure.
going to be there too. So
Awesome.
so we are next weekend, Friday and Saturday, the 15th and 16th, and then the following weekend, 22nd, 23rd, and then we have a Sunday matinee on the 24th at 2:30.
So the matinee's at 2:30. All the other nights are 7:30.
Yes.
Awesome. And where can you get tickets? How much do tickets cost?
Tickets are $10 for students and $15 for adults. And you can go to wctheater.com, or you can go to the Washington Community Theater Facebook page. And if you happen to see a poster or a handout or something, there's a little QR code.
Yes.
And you can use your phone to click that, and it'll take you to ordering tickets if you'd like. So,
You can
yeah.
also call the box office
Yeah.
at 653-5175.
That's 653-5175.
I love that you have that memorized.
Do that the old-fashioned way, and
We'll take a
order
message
tickets
and
there.
get it. Yeah.
Normally you're going to get
Answering machine.
an answering machine, but you leave the information and you'll be contacted and so on. So there are lots of different ways to get tickets, just depending on what works, best for people. But, it's an evening that's just, I think, just going to bring a lot of smiles and joy.
Yeah.
And we sure hope to get a lot of families there, and I think kids will, and adults, like I said, of all ages, will have a good time. So
Yeah, I really think they will.
Yeah, I think it sounds like a really good play. Did you read Charlotte's Web?
I did.
Yeah.
I know a little. I know the pig.
Yeah.
That's about it. though.
I think
And the spider.
somebody told me it was the most checked out library book in the United States.
I could see that.
I think that may be right, although I'm
does
hedging
make
a little
sense.
bit.
Yeah.
But every child reads it when they're in like second or third
Yeah,
grade
I
or
think
something.
it's like a
so.
required.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is.
It's
but
not
it seems
required, but
that-
it's something.
Well, a lot of schools have it at various ages. That
Yeah.
kind of differs. I know Nicole Kitchen works with the Columbus Junction schools, right?
Yeah.
And I think their fifth graders are reading it now. And
Yeah.
the whole school is just kind of very excited because, of course, they have Mrs. Kitchen that's going to be in the
In
show.
the show, yeah.
And they're also reading that right now. So
Oh, how
so
fun.
lots of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, just to recap, they kick off next weekend. Opening show is March 15th and 16th at 7:30 p.m. And then the next weekend, March 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, with the 24th being a matinee at 2:30. Tickets are $10 for students, $15 for adults. You can get them online. We'll link all those things below, so you can just click the link and go there. Or if you see this super cute Charlotte's Web postcard going around.
Yep.
Props to who you said made this.
That
Kayla
was
Schindler.
Kayla Schindler.
Yeah.
done.
Kayla Schindler, yes,
Yeah.
very cute, very cute. Love that. There's a QR code that will also take you to get tickets. So, awesome. I think this sounds like a great show. It's kid friendly, which is always nice. I know there's not a ton of those, and
Right.
yeah, I think that's.
And there's
really
no
cool.
worries, believe me. There are no worries
Well,
with
and
this
it's
show.
nice
Yeah.
to introduce kids to live theater.
Yes.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
It's a different experience than Movies are great and fun, but this is interactive and active laughing, and you feed off of each other. So I think it's great to have kids involved and see that.
Yeah, and to see their teachers or
people they know.
neighbors or parents, friends or whatever.
Exactly.
So be very cool.
We're blessed here in Washington to have that community theater and to have the facility we have, and want to get as many people out there as we can.
Yeah,
keep theater alive.
Yeah, I think it's an awesome group and organization, and the plays are always amazing and very, very well received, I believe. So
yeah, they are. They really are.
Yeah. And again, all the proceeds do benefit Paws and More. So it's going back to a great event. You get to give back to the animals while watching some animals. So
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's full circle.
yeah, full circle. Yeah. You're going to be watching some awesome actors, not harp players.
Trust me, we will not bring out.
We will not get any harps out to
harps will
play.
be out.
We do not want that.
But they'll be doing a really awesome show of Charlotte's Web. So anything else? Any last minute?
No, just thank you very much for having us.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for
This has been
promoting
fun.
this great event.
Yeah. So definitely check it out. Check out the links below and buy your tickets as soon as you can. Thanks. Have a good day.